Okay, my next video here is of the Pentax K1, which I pre-ordered. It's the latest firmware that has the night mode put on it. Full frame digital SLR. In my opinion, I own various other brands of cameras, but this by far is my favourite camera. I just love everything about it. But here's a tip for you guys. Now, DA lenses will not fill the full frame of the sensor. So I had to borrow this lens off my girlfriend because I own no DA lenses. So there's the 35mm f2.4, which I'm just going to mount onto the body of the K1. Now obviously this is an APS-C lens. So if I turn the camera on, I don't know if you can see, info. Right, so I've got it set to full frame. Now if I put this lens cap off, live view, wasn't quite what I was expecting. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, well that's interesting. Well, it appears that full frame, hold on, that's 1:1 APS-C, full frame, yep. This lens actually points towards the ground, so I always use back focus. Right, okay, that doesn't demonstrate exactly what I was trying to show you, but basically, right, I'll turn this back off and take this DA lens, which surprisingly fills the full frame of the sensor. That's my girlfriend's, so even though she owns a 645D, you know, she does still have lots of APS-C parts. But my plan was, when I first got the K1, obviously my DA lenses did not work at all. Now I do have in my arsenal of Pentax equipment. That's a bit silly. Right, let's just take the cap off of that. Those in my pocket. Now, this piece of equipment, if you can see that from there, I hope I'm still recording, yep. The SMC AF 1.7 times AF adapter. Now, with this attached, it does actually turn all your lenses, your DA lenses, into fully full frame lenses. Obviously with limitations, for good and bad reasons really. On wide angle lenses, well, yeah, I found on the, say, the Sigma 10 to 20mm f3.5 that using this with it will actually fill the full frame of the sensor. Otherwise I have severe vigneting. I mean, it barely fill the frame at all. So it's quite a handy piece of kit to have. Now we're going to mount this on the tripod. Make sure it's on nice and carefully. I don't know if you can still see me there. Right. Obviously, I didn't think this one through, but this lens, as you may recognise, is, when I got this a couple of years, or a year or so ago, it's brand new, the 500mm f4.5 Takuma. Now, at the back, I've had to rub down the anodizing of the back here so it makes contacts with the AF adapter, and I've obviously put the M42 mount on there. Now with this mounted, I can't really show, oh I can actually, bear with me just one moment. I do have a tripod mount adapter on the bottom of the lens, which is handy. I've got my camera. Right, there's the 500mm mounted on. 1.7 times AF adapter. I think it's lining this up. Here we go. Right. Not easy. Don't fall on me. There we go. Right, now we have a fully autofocus. We've also got to tell the lens that it's 750mm. We'll put it at 700 for the image stabilisation, that is. Now, right, I'm going to move this setup in a very careful, obviously, like anyone would be. Right, is that going to stay there a second? Right, let's move this into position. Right, try to pull the screen up. Okay, technical. Right, hold on, what are we shooting? Wide open. Let's focus this in. Let's bring it down a bit. Let's see if we can focus just there. No, too far away. Okay. Something in the background, there's a tree up there. So I should have thought this through somewhat. Here we go, right. Now there we go, tree. And there you go, fully auto-focused. What mode am I got it on? Manual. Okay, let's take a meter reading. We'll stop the lens down somewhat. Take another meter reading, and then there we are. Now that's a fully autofocus Takuma SMC Takuma 500mm f4.5, using the 1.7 times AF adapter to autofocus. And right now it's nearly evening. I mean, it's I've got sun just to the left of me over there. It's a bit tricky to show you. I'll do some more videos, but that's just an idea of what this little beauty can actually do. It's absolutely amazing. Now I have the fun of taking it all off. Okay, right, tighten. Obviously it's a very heavy lens, okay, let's put the body down a second. So yeah, super multi-coated Takuma 500mm f4.5. Best stop down to f8, I'd say. It does take internal filters, but it will autofocus even in undercast conditions with the AF adapter. So we'll put that back down on the sheet. Next, have the DA Star 300mm f4. Now it's designated as DA, but it's fully full frame, even though it has the DA designation. Now, let me just check this phone hasn't turned off. This lens is epic on the K1. I'll set it to aperture priority. Autofocus. Turn my ISO down a bit, it's quite bright over there. A very good lens with a lens cap still on it. But this will work with the 1.7 times AF adapter, giving me quite a good focal range, and also with the AF adapter, as that does the focusing, it limits your focusing, so it's ideal, absolutely perfect for macro photography. Okay, let me put this down here and just show full selection. Here we have the Sigma 70-200 f2.8 Os Hsm, which I'd say was made for the K1. It is absolutely brilliant. It's my go-to lens. Being full frame the K1 is better on the wide side, so it's a sort of take everywhere lens. Will do anything you like. Doesn't work too well with teleconverters, not even the Pentax HD DA 1.4 times. It hunts in and out. It's very temperamental with teleconverters, but it is a very good lens, very good lens. Next we have, now this, when I got it, was another thing that was brand new, 50mm f1.2 Pentax, which is obviously brilliant. Not for low light situations, because all modern DSLRs have high ISO, but just the shallow depth of field. Quite often you do need a either a circular polarizer or a neutral density filter, because shooting at f1.2 can yeah, it's very tricky. A lot of pictures will be overexposed. Then what also is good, I've got the waterproof HD DFA Macro WR with the teleconverter. It's absolutely brilliant. I use it all the time with the teleconverter, the AF teleconverter on the K1, because it limits the focus. It doesn't hunt in and out, because there's only a short amount of movement with the teleconverter. So what else works well with the K1? Wide angle lenses. Ultra wide angle lenses. There's not a lot of I am very messy, so excuse, I'm going to end up breaking something. Now, at the moment, I'd say the best ultra wide angle, I mean a Zeiss would be nice, but what I found to be really good, very good, and I was extremely surprised with its price, is the Samyang. Now this is full frame compatible. It's a manual focus lens. It has got a rather exposed front element, as you can see from the front there, so you keep your fingers away from that, obviously. I've heard reports of it scratching quite easily, so it's not something you want to touch. Bit tricky to focus, even in live view, because it seems to think everything's in focus. But using a hyperfocal distance calculator, it does take brilliant photos. Very little distortion compared to the Sigma 10-20. I'll say there's less distortion of this at 14mm than there is on the Sigma 10-20mm. That goes back in its bag. Yeah, let me just take you round and show you what equipment I brought with me today. Okay, a myriad of equipment down here, all just chucked down there. Oh, zooming in for some reason. Okay, yeah, 500mm lens there, homemade lens cover, Sigma 70-200 f2.8, obviously with Pentax potting scope, which need to put a lens cap on, Macro WR, f1.2, 50mm f1.2. I'm a full dedicated Pentax nut. If there's anything with Pentax written on it, I'll buy it. I've got, I mean, even in this bag here, I've got K5 2S at the bottom of that bag there. Yeah, I've got the FA, I've got both the 31mm f1.8 and the 77mm f1.8. I'm probably just showing off now, to be honest with you. But that's primarily my main kit. Obviously this lot I've had to bring over. I'm at my parents' house. I've had to lug here and park on their driveway because I couldn't carry this amount of equipment, especially that 500mm lens that weighs an absolute ton. But as a 750mm AF lens, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's certainly not a lens for sports shooting or fast action, but to set up in a hide somewhere it is brilliant. I'd advise using it on a gimbal head. I did manage to dent the lens hood slightly as it dropped down once. But yeah, that's just a small collection of my Pentax equipment. I'll get round to making some more very soon, and then I hope it doesn't look like I'm just showing off. It was more to do with the 1.7 times AF teleconverter, which is just how versatile and useful that is for K1 shooters. Yeah, please give a like and subscribe to my channel for future videos, and if there's absolutely anything you want to know with regards to any legacy or current Pentax equipment, feel free to comment in the box below, and I'll see if I can make another video. I don't get much time to do these videos anymore, having a young son, but anything you'd like to know, just let me know. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching.